Apologies for the late arrival of the stream, but there were some technical issues. Um, so we're going to drop in at the end of regular qualifying as we basically have like two qualifying sessions as we have the regular qualifying and we have a sprint race which will determine the grid order of tonight's race. No, we're already in the last minute of this qualifying session. So far is QVR Campbell leading with quick time 106.382. But let's see, as I jump in very late as a replacement, who is on a quick lap. And we're following Jeremy, who had a purple sector 2. What can he do? Can he improve? Can he improve enough to get pole position? He does improve, but it's not a pole. It is P6 for him. Right, so next up, Wesley. Wesley is, oh, he's still on outlap, so he's going to be very late to the flag, and we'll try to be just in time. We have twosome on a lap. We've just had Viper is done. Sneaky is on a lap on fresh tires. What can he now do? He'll have to improve quite a bunch to... No, that's not improvement. Not at all. Wesley, what is he able to do? Is he getting a tow here from his teammate? Seems like it. Well played here by the DTR team. Black Mamba helping out Wesley. And, well, it gets him at P10. Right, and unless Mike is... No, Mike is definitely on the lap. So timing is over. As we see, we have QVR Campbell on professional pole. We have Killer Brew. Right, so the order of qualifying: QVR Campbell, and then we have Killer Blue, then we have Viper, apparently on no tires. We have Julian, we have Rick Dalton, we have Pyro, Jeremy, Twosome, we have Face Pantera, and Wesley completing the top 10. And look at that, top 10 all within 4 tenths. And now we have Don, Mike, Evans, Sneaky, Jerome, Marcel, Mamba, and Bunty. So that's 17 drivers within a second. Of course, it's short track, it's a quick track, and there's never big differences here over one lap. But still, if you look at that, 13 drivers within half a second. Just one tiny error, and you're just 10 positions down. All right, so that's the regular qualifying. Once again, apologies for being a bit late, but our main commentator had some technical issues, so I was called upon to help out last minute. So we are now going over to the sprint race. 5 laps. No pit stops required. So So it's pretty do one, and we all know as we drive, 5 lappers are, well, crazy, or they can be crazy. It's gonna be hectic, especially that first few corners. And ladies and gentlemen, there is no formation lap. So here we go right away. And Killer Blue. Oh, he holds the lead. But, Viper is off right away. Jeremy is out as well. So that's, that is not a bad start for the McLarens. That is like horror. 1-2 lost, 1 is out. But Killer Blue still in the lead ahead of Campbell and Rick Dalton for LFR. Pyro in 4th. For LFR, 2 cars in the top 5 in that Red Bull. The Excel car leading with Killer Blue. Look at them go. All really, really close to each other. And despite Viper spinning at turn 1, he's still, he's in last, but he's still very close to the pack. So nothing is lost. Well, it's going to be really difficult to overtake a lot of cars in just 4 laps that are remaining. Oh, look at that. Here comes Campbell. He was looking, but just didn't get it done. Now he has to defend as well, as he has Dalton all over his gearbox. He comes here and they're side by side, but QVR keeps the inside and holds position. And this may give Killer Blue a bit of breathing room. Ooh, that was very late braking from Dalton and Pyro. But, Pyro is off there. Ay. Oh. That is a shame. Drops him to last. And now 2 LFR cars in the top 4. Ariel, the team that has already been. Oh, come on, Pyro, really? You retire on track? Oh, okay. That's Well, never mind. We're on to lap 3 out of 5. Campbell still leading. Killer Blue is in 2nd, and then after that we have 2 LFR cars. In 5th, we see the first RBL car. That's a bit disappointing for them. They're all being crowned champions as they have enough points to win the title. No one is able to beat them, actually. So they have a car in 5th and in 9th, and there's another yellow, and it's Bunty's. Oh, another CPI car in trouble there. So there's a little gap now, quite a gap actually, between P5 and 6. First 5 drivers are a bit loose. It's Dan for the Excel team in P6 that leads that train. But not even a train, because he's actually running away from the car behind him. That's Pantera. That's for the SRL team. Julian with the fastest lap. We're on to lap 4 out of 5. This goes really, really quick. And Pantera loses a position to some from BNL RE. Oh, look at that. Pantera loses another position. And Tusum already really close to down. But let's go back to the front, because that's where the biggest points are to gain. And not just points, but also your starting position for the main race. There are 8 points for the winner of this sprint qualification. 7 for second, and someone all to 8th place with just 1 point. So as it stands, LFR would score 11 points. Right, one more lap to go, and here comes Killer Blue on the inside. Ah, no, no, no. Campbell keeps it. Well done, well played. Dalton gets in the mix as well. Oh, boys, be careful. Oh, here comes Dalton. Here comes Dalton. Oh, Campbell loses 2 positions up to turn 4 there. Oh, been leading this whole race and then lose 2 positions at one corner. Right, Killer Blue leading for the XL team. Dalton up to 2nd now. And Campbell even under pressure from Julian. Could we make this a double podium in the sprint qualification for the Red Bulls? For the LFR Red Bulls, that may say. Well, let's see on the final straight. It seems like Killer Blue is going to win unless Dalton has a mega toll. Killer Blue defends very well and he gets pole position. Right, so in 2nd it's Dalton, 3rd is Campbell, and 4th is Julian. Then we have the 2 RBL drivers who made a nice comeback, as it seemed like Dan dropped a few positions. So 5th and 6th, of course, the champions, RBL. Twosome in 7th, and Dan dropping to 8th, picking up the final point. Right, so that was intense. 5 laps of very, very quick racing. Right, so we have to wait a bit now as we're going to go back to the lobby as the host will set the grid order. And once that's done, we're going to go for the main race. Right, so let's go through the sprint race order. Killer Blue, Dalton and Campbell on the podium, and the rest of the points takers are Julian, Evans, Jerome, Twosome and Dan. Everyone else is just there to make sure they start in this position. So Mike, Viper, Pantera, Sneaky, Mamba, Bunty, Marcel, Wesley. Oh, Wesley had a poor race in P16. And Pyro and Jeremy didn't finish the race. So we're going to wait a few minutes. Okay, so grid has been set. I see drivers are readying up. That means we're gonna go back to the race. To all drivers, if you're listening, don't forget your setup. So we're loading in for the main race. So, last race of the season. And it's Friday the 17th. That means that in 1 week from now, the new Formula One 2022 game will be released. For those who pre-ordered it, we'll probably have a 3-day early access. And I'm a bit curious to if you guys are watching the stream, what do you think? What is the new game going to be any better? It's going to be worse. It's Codemasters and EA combined, so it could be anyway. For me personally, I'm really curious as at some point this upcoming year, crossplay should be live, and yeah, I'm I like it. I think it's great because we're able to play with anyone in the world now, just depending on if you have a PlayStation or an Xbox or a PC, but afraid because of the potential bugs. So, love to hear you guys, viewers' opinion. What are your expectations? Is there a mode or a new mode that you just would love to play or gonna hate maybe? All right, this time we do have information now. Right, so because we had a sprint race, there's a free tire choice. So let's look. What is everyone's choice? Some surprises up front. We have, well, 4 cars out of the top 5 starting on softs. That's Killer Blue, Dalton, Julian, and Evans. And I'm a bit surprised that both LFR drivers have opted for the same strategy. You may think it might be good to split it. But hey, so far they've been phenomenal, and let's hope for them. It's the right choice. In P10 and 11, we have Viper and Pantera on the softs as well, and then we have Pyro and Jeremy who have opted for the subs as well. So 2, 4, 6, 8 out of 18 drivers. And why do we have 18, not 20? Very simple. We have one team that wasn't able to line up a team for tonight, unfortunately. We had the option to field other teams that were interested, or maybe our own junior team, but we felt that lining up a new team in the competition in the last race would not be a good choice, as could really impact the championship standings if things go bad. And yeah, so it was better to drive at 18 than 20 and what may be. Right, so drivers are on the grid, lining up. We are waiting for the lights, and here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 red lights, and out they go. That was quick, and that seems like a really good start from Killer Blue here. Is he going to enter turn 1 at first? Yes, just ahead of Rick Dalton. And Evans in third. Julian stays in fourth, but oh, there is a yellow. So someone's been in trouble. Now that's Marcel, the SRL driver. Oh! Julian goes off at turn 4, and the Pyro is off as well, and he's retired. End of his race. Right, and it's a virtual safety car. Bet Marcel would have liked a full one. Right, position changes. How about Jeremy? Up 6. Julian, the one who spun, is lost 12, of course. And we're on our way again. Green, green, green. Right. Who can attack? We have 36 laps in this race. It's a long, long race. Let's say Viper. Gee. He started from front row. He lost it at the start of the sprint race. He was dead lost. Still managed to get up to P10. And now we're 1 lap on the way and already up 6 places. This guy's having phenomenal pace. Biggest loser from the start, Campbell. Down 3. Sneaky up 4. Jeremy up 7. Oh, Wesley losing another position there. Oh, Wesley is... Oh, someone is really wide there. Oh, that's Wesley. And wide again. Does he have no front wing, or... Well, let's go back to the front where Killer Brew is defending against Walton. We have DRS enabled now, so people will be able to attack on the main straight. Campbell fighting his way back to P5 now. Overtook Jerome. But ahead of Campbell's quite a gap. It's 2 seconds to the 4 leaders. Killer Brew, Dalton, Evans, and Viper. It's good to see like 5 different teams up front. Viper, another position up. What is his pace he's having? It just seems like he's like Hamilton's engine from last year in Brazil, because he's just flying. Dalton. Oh, there's trouble. Sneaky is out. Oh, if only we could have replays on this game. Oh, we don't. Oh, Dalton does a Verstappen, pushes Killer Blue wide. But Killer Blue keeps the lead. Well played. Well, I think both are in trouble now because Viper is coming. And it just seems like no one's pace is better than Viper's. Mamba, the first to pick up a time penalty. Look, now we're going to see some position changes. Viper is really close. Let's go on board a little with him. That's been a really good exit from Dalton on that last corner. Maybe. Is he going to attack? Is he going to attack Killer Blue? He didn't come close enough, but neither did Viper. Evans is still close to the group, but is starting to lose a bit of ground. Here comes Dalton again, once on the inside, and now he takes the lead. Campbell keeps losing time on the leaders. It may be just 2-3 tenths a lap, but it's still losing time, and that gives this top four the opportunity to drive away from the rest. What does he have behind him? Well, let's go back to Viper again. Because now he seems to have... Oh, this is not a good exit. This is a phenomenal exit. Look at this. Using his DRS. But Killer Blue is defending very, very well. I thought he'd be able to overtake here. But Killer Blue did remarkably well. Of course, using his own ERS and DRS that he had from Rick Dalton. Campbell lost another 6/10 in the lap. And, oh, we have a yellow. It's that, I think it's Wesley. Come on, Wesley, you can do better. Let's have a look for a brief moment. Oh. That's not damage, that's like half a car. Right, back to the front. Killer Blue. Creating a little gap here. 7/10. And I mean Dalton on Killer Blue, of course. Nearly a second now, and that means he's almost out of DRS range, and that would benefit Viper actually, because then Killer Blue wouldn't have the DRS anymore. For P5, Jeremy overtaking Campbell. Only in the fighting, only is going to help the guys up front. As that gap is now 3.7 seconds. Lots of changes in the midfield. Let's go have a look. Julian, who was so good in the sprint race, is not having a great main race. He's now in P10. Lost 6 compared to his starting position. Right, now let's have a look at the tires. Wesley pitting to get his front wing repaired. Let's have a look. Viper still really, really close to Killer Blue. Unable to pass him, but very important, Evans is now out of DRS range, so has trouble keeping up. And, well, I think his tires are dropping a bit. Because one, he's not keeping up, but two, Jeremy is closing a little. So this might be the point where mediums are slightly becoming the equal tire and soon to be the better tire. Let's see. Jeremy is closing in quickly on Evans. Evans is losing time. He's pitting as well. Probably thinking my tires are down the drain. I may as well pit before I lose too much time. That moves Camo up to P5. As top three just remains the same. Dalton, Killer Blue, and NLR Viper. Let's see who is the next to go pit. As long as there's still pace in that tire, there's no worry. But look at Jeremy. He's 5 seconds behind Viper. None. Oh, no. They do. Killer Blue decides to pit. And where will he end up on track? Okay. Isn't this just a lovely view? Right, there he is. Drops to P14 or 13. 13 stays just ahead of Marcel. But ahead of Evans. Back to the front, guys. The leading group of four is now the leading duo, Dalton and Viper. Which one will pit first? Well, neither of them goes in this lap. Teammate Jeremy doesn't come in either, and Campbell is the first driver on the mediums. He still, of course, he stays out. Oh, this is a big group here. From P5 with Dan Jerome, Pantera, Julian, to some and Mike. Two of the BNL RE drivers. Pantera and Julian keep changing positions. Oh, is there a little bit of contact? Slightly. Just let's hope their cars stay intact, they don't have damage. The leaders stay out for another lap. Let's have a look. For some teams, this is the last race they will do, actually, on this game. Game's life cycles run to an end, as the new game will be released in 2 weeks, and actually 1.5 for those with early access. Most racing league seasons are ending either this or next week. Making this one of the last races for some and the last for some others. Right, they still stay out. But Viper is just... I'm getting the idea that he could overtake him, but he's just staying there, saving his tires. But they'll probably pit soon. Black Mamba picking up a time penalty, and that's his second already. And those guys at quite a gap. 6.5 seconds on the car in third position. It's Viper's teammate from NLR, it's Jeremy. And they go on for another lap. Right, let's have a look at what the total gap is, because the one who pitted, and meanwhile Julian is pitting as well. Killer Blue, first car to pit, or second behind Evans. Killer Blue is in 10th, and 17 seconds behind. So I think if one of the leaders is pitting now, it'd be behind Killer Blue. Well, let's see, are they pitting? Yes or no? Nope, they're not. I think they're not going to go any later than lap 16. Here comes Campbell. Campbell, who has started on the mediums, should definitely have better tires now, as no doubt those softs will be dropping. He's been behind Jeremy for a long time, many laps, and now finally has been able to overtake him. The question is, can he run away and gain some time on the two leaders? Ah, there we go. Here's the pit stop. Viper from second position. And this moves Campbell up to second. I'm betting Dalton is going to answer right away with a pit stop as well. And possibly Jeremy, who's now in third as well, as he's on the same strategy as his teammate who pitted this lap. Still this very big mid group. Well, it's thinning out a bit because someone are pitting. Julian and Patera pitted. Here we go. This should be Dalton coming in. Yeah, here he goes. Right. Jeremy pits as well, so I'm correct about that. Now the question is, Viper. Oh, Viper is, oh well, he was just behind Killer Brew, but on his fresh tires, he's able to overtake him right away. Where will he end up? As we have a yellow, oh, Wesley is out. Is that a safety car? Yeah, that's a safety car. Ooh, this could really benefit some people. This is very, very good for some drivers, probably those who haven't pitted yet. Right, what is Campbell gonna do? His strategy was probably to pit a few laps later. But it's hard to ignore a free pit stop. And if he doesn't, he's pitting, of course he's pitting. I'm betting Don and Jerome will all follow. Mike dropping off the pace a little bit to prevent a double stack with his own teammate. Makes sense. Killer Blue pits again. Yeah. Understandable. Mamba pits. Well, basically nearly everyone pits. The only one who hasn't pitted is Evans. That's a bit of an odd strategy, actually. It brings him back in the leading group where he was in the beginning of the race, but he was the first to make a regular pit stop. Got stuck in traffic and never got out of that. But now that the safety car brought him back in third as he didn't pit while many other drivers did, it's still a bit risky because he's on fairly old tires, older than everyone else's. He decides to stay up. Safety car, not in yet, goes on for another lap. Well, the question is, what are you going to do? Bunty pits. As he prefers fresher and good tires over this one or two positions on track. Yeah, goes for the mediums. Might be a good choice there, and something I actually expected someone like Beck Mama to do as well, because 18 laps on soft is quite a run. It's not undoable. Right, so we're assuming the safety car comes in this lap 20. That means we still have 17 laps to go. Who's going to win this? We have 15 drivers left in the race. There's the confirmation. Viper letting the pace car go now. Important to keep a steady pace, because if you start and stop, drivers behind you have no idea what's going on. Not allowed here, so When is he gonna go? Oh, what? What? Julian retired? Well, he must have been hit by Ericsson. All right. Let's see what the restart brings us. Viper. Oh, Dalton and Evans there. Dalton and Evans. That's going to be side by side for turn 1 and 2. Who's winning this? No, Dalton keeps position. Evans tries. But fails. Yeah, and now gets Campbell. Of course. Campbell is on fresh softs. That just brings so much more grip. Oh, and we have another yellow. Jeremy in trouble. That's unfortunate, having a very good race so far. So we have McLaren from NLR leading and one in last. Dalton unable to match the pace set by Viper. And I bet he won't be able to counter Campbell's attack as well. Here he comes, Campbell on the inside. Yeah, that's a go. That's undefendable against such a good driver like Campbell, the Scotsman, who is on fresh softs. Sure, Rick has fresh tires as well. That one lap doesn't make a lot of the difference, but it's the compound that's so much softer for Campbell. Evans stayed out and dropped already from P3 to 7. And has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars behind him on fresh softs. Oh, what is he doing? He's at the outside of the track. Looks like he's letting everyone pass. I'm not sure. He's probably having damage or some kind of problem. Otherwise, you don't move over that easily. I'm guessing he's gonna pit. Back to the front, Viper and Campbell. Viper holds on for now. Evans in the pit indeed. Here comes Campbell. Here comes Campbell on the outside. Takes the lead. So his strategy with starting on the medium tires is paying off. But the question is, can he maintain this pace on these tires? He will have the advantage now early on, but will it stay like this? Killer Blue is moving up to the front. He's in P5 and there's quite a gap behind him. It's a 3-second gap to Pantera. Pantera has both the BNLR drivers behind him. Oh, a little bit of contact there with Mike and Pantera. Mike benefiting, taking the position. Oh, and now the second BNL driver is battling Pantera, the SRL driver. You keep calling side by side here. Oof. Marcel, who was in trouble on lap 1 of this race, is now back in P9. Good comeback for the Austrian. Well, fellow Austrian driver Black Mamba is in P10. Meanwhile, Dan has pitted for the Excel team. must have been in trouble. Well, we move back to the front where Killer Blue is searching for the field. He is now up to P4. And one of the few drivers that has made 2 pit stops so far. And despite Campbell on that softer tires, he's unable to run away with it. Viper just keeps really close. And as long as he stays within DRS range, he still has a chance. And at some point, his tires might become the better tires. And he's actually really closing in on the leader on that straight. But now, oh, Mamba pits. Another driver that has been in trouble, apparently. And I'm assuming he goes for softs. Yes, softs. Wow. Getting on a new front wing. Then a lucky race for Black Mamba and DTR. Oh, who's been in trouble there? There's a car off. Is it Evans? Oh no, that's been Patera who's been off. The SRL driver. Mama leaving the pit and back to the front because that's what it's all about. It's about this race win. The championship is done and dusted. That's REL's. But who's going to win this race? Is going to be on the podium on this final race of this first DTR Esports tournament. And of course, we will be back for a new season. Dates for that will be announced by Shabby, who is now in London, by the way. So have a good weekend there, Shabby. Several drivers pitting, so there must have been some trouble. Bunty, Marcel, and Pantera all pitting. So, oh yeah. Oh, that break puts Jeremy in no man's land. And Pantera, I think he retired in the pit lane. Well done, congratulations for that. I bet you must be proud. Right, Marcel in 13th now. And Mamba, thanks to all the pit stops, is back in a point position in P10, but 5 seconds behind Evans and just half a second ahead of Dan. But Mamba is picking up quite a few time penalties as well. Also, oh dear. Oh God, Pantera, what a absolute turret you are. This is one of the reasons why you should never retire in the pit lane in this game, because sometimes your car comes out on track and is controlled by AI, driving away, could cause a major incident, and Campbell just avoided you. And let's be honest here, all these drivers are phenomenal drivers, experienced drivers, they should know better, and you're an absolute dickhead if you do so. Thank you very much. Right, so that sat that out. Back to the lead. Campbell still leading, has 6.5 tenths over Viper. He just keeps within that DRS range. And I see a request to change the intervals. Of course we will. So there's a huge gap from 7 to 8 with 7.7 seconds, and there's an even much bigger gap from 8 to 9 with 18.5 seconds. Bunty with the fastest lap now from P10 on the stretch softs. Right, so the biggest questions of this race is, can Campbell hold on his increasingly older tires, softs? Sure, Viper's tires are a little bit older, but they're compound harder, so they should last much longer. The question is, will they get better at some point, and that much better that he's able to overtake Campbell? And let's not forget Rick, because Viper, Rick and Campbell are the 3 best drivers in this race, and I think the 4th best, Killer Blue, maybe even in the top 3 while Jeremy is pitting. Is he getting a new front wing? I'm not sure if that happened, but he's having fresh sauce. He is gonna maybe lose 1 position. Bunty improves the fastest lap again. Yeah, Jeremy lost 1 position, so Evans to P8. Lap 30, that means we have 7 more laps to go. We have, Killer Blue. Killer Blue get overtaken by Jerome. And Mama, another time penalty. Oh boy. Let's have a look how the penalty situation is. Oh, Mamba, 12 seconds. You're gonna need a miracle for points. Right. So we still have 3 drivers fighting for that win. We have, well, 2.5 to 3 seconds behind them. We have another group. That's Jerome, Killer Blue, Twosome, and Mike. Well, it seems that those guys are fighting just for P4. Unless something happens up front, or we may have another safety car situation. Of course, that could change a lot. And it's also a situation right now where penalties are going to be vital. Like, take Jerome, for instance, looking good for P4, but with that penalty, he's going to lose 2, maybe 3 positions. And if you pick up one now, it could cost you a podium or a win. Campbell still leading, but it seems like he is, he's having a bit more trouble to keep that pace up as Viper is closer now. Never been that far off, but it's closer than he was before. Is he going to be able to attack him? Or could Dalton maybe? Here come the 3 leaders up to the straight. Still no change. 5 laps to go. Killer Blue and Jerome. Despite all the DRS on that straight, we still haven't seen a lot of overtakes there. So we have Killer Blue and Jerome, then we have the 2 BNL RE teammates together for P6 and 7. And then we have Jeremy in P8 with Evans not far off with Bunty. And then, yes, we have Mamba at 11, but he's probably going to drop to last with all the penalties that he has. So, right, here they come up to the straight once more. And what's really interesting to see is that Viper has so much more ERS available. So I think I think he's waiting. He's timing his attack. Mamba lost the position. 2 actually. Did something happen to him? I'm not sure, but won't really matter for the end result for Mamba. With all the penalties that he has, he's not going to end up in the points anyway. Unless we're going to see a few more retirements. So let's not hope that happens. Right, Campbell. And here comes Viper. Now we go. And Dalton goes with him. Oh! Dalton goes with him, but Dalton doesn't succeed. And this is the moment Viper has been waiting for. We got 3 laps to go. He takes the lead. And very happily, probably, that Campbell is holding off to Dalton. Oh, Campbell with a bit of a slide there. But he keeps the car on track. And this is the moment that Viper could create a little gap, as Dalton is clearly having more pace than Campbell, but unable to pass so far. Yeah, look at that. Viper immediately creating a gap. Oh, a second, and that will mean they would be out of DRS range by the end of this lap, which is near already. Oh, and that's going to give him a lot of, yeah, extra. This could be the win for Viper. The winning move on lap 34. And now Dalton comes with the overtake. Campbell dropping to 3rd. Dalton needs to close this gap really soon. He needs to get within DRS range to be able to attack. And he basically only has one opportunity. But he needs to be closer. Yes, he is within a second now. It's 9/10, but he needs to be even closer. He needs to be within 5/10 of a second to able to attack Viper. I can't see him closing much more than he does now. But still, a lap and a bit to go. Viper used most of his ERS on that one phenomenal lap with that overtake. Viper comes a bit closer. It's 6/10 now. It's 6/10. Is he able to do anything on this last lap? With Viper leading. Dalton in 2nd. I'm not sure what that was, but you're not supposed to cross that line. 4/10. Oh, Dalton is closing in. Let's stay with these two because they are fighting for that win. But it needs to be even closer because you only have until the finish line, not the full straight, to make a move. Last lap, Viper leading. NLR fighting for this win with Elevar. QVR seems to be certain of a podium place with Campbell. And here they come on the final corner. But no. This is going to be Vipers. This is going to be Vipers unless he has a fuel issue. But no, he keeps it, he keeps it, he keeps it. Yes, he crosses the line in first place. Viper wins it for NLR ahead of LFR's Rick Dalton for Campbell. And Killer Blue takes fourth as Jerome drops to fifth position with his time penalty. BNL RE gets fifth and sixth with 2 so my Mike. So Jerome for the hello Jerome. For the championship winning team. RLL gets 7, Jeremy gets 8, RLL gets another 2 points with Evans. Maybe 1 point. Maybe 1 point. Oh! Hello, teammate. That is a bit messy. Right. I'm not sure where this is all needed for. But anyway, Jeremy is voted driver of the day. Right, and here is tonight's winner, and boy can he dance. Would love to see more of those moves, but here is the trophy. So this was your last race of the season, and I hope you enjoyed it. We as DTR certainly did, and love to have you all great drives to race with us. The final race has been won by Viper from the NLR team. On the podium, LFR with Rick Dalton and QVR with Campbell. Then we had Killer Blue from Excel. We have 2 drivers of BNL RE, Jerome, Jeremy, Bunty and Evans taking the last point for REL. Then Marcel, Dan and Mamba outside the points, unfortunately for them. And the non-finishers, Pantera, Julian, Wesley, Sneaky and Pyro. Right, that's it. Your results and championship standings will be posted soon. I hope you all enjoyed this race and the season. And we'd love to see you back soon. As for now, this was Bog from DTR. Thank you all. Have a great night and see you soon.